ahead.
Check, check. Little baby duckies, little baby duckies, little baby
Cool.
duckies. I don't know.
Sounds awesome.
Wow, from here it actually picks up?
No, oh no, is that where you were talking?
Yeah.
Talk right to it. Oh, you were right there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, you can still feel comfortable and move it over.
All right.
You can move it towards you.
Okay.
I move it around. And what I noticed, what Ludwig mentioned, so talk to the side of it. Don't talk right above it. Talk to the side of it. Yeah, like here. Yeah.
But,
If it can go up.
uh,
You can also do this too. Oh, no.
nope. Let's see. It's supposed to. Oh, maybe like that.
Maybe like that, yeah.
All right. How about
Do
there?
that. Yeah, that should be good.
I know.
Yeah,
'cause
you're
I know-
coming up great.
Okay, because
On here.
in the
Yeah.
original one, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, this is my second appearance
Yeah.
on the Dedlie Hour, and I noticed that my my voice would be louder
Come
in
in
some
and
places
out.
than others.
Yeah.
You know, and also it's because I'm a mumbler. I'm sad to say. It comes from years of being isolated. You know, like a Buddhist monk
Yeah.
or a shut-in, really.
I remember listening. Maybe because I know you so well, I knew exactly what you're saying.
Right. Yeah. Christine, my lady, loves to point out that I mumble, or she calls it a growl. She's like, "You're just growling. You're not saying anything." I said, "I am saying something.
That's true.
You just don't hear it. That's all."
Kathleen says you're like a big bear, and then whenever you get mad, you just have to like scratch on him, like you're like, oh, just call him a big bear, he'll be fine. Just scratch on him, like rub his belly or something.
That has been true for many years. That's not a recent thing. It's,
Yeah. But she's so perceptive, you know. She
Yeah.
understands that.
Yeah, and the thing is, because Christine, my lady, calls me her bear, but before that, I was a country bear of Nova Scotia specifically.
Yeah.
Way up in the Bay Area for the years I was up there and playing, and they just called me Big Bear, just Bear, and then it just happened here again, just by
Of course.
just again.
Yeah.
Everybody else calls me Papa Bear too. I guess it just sticks. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, that'll be the title of this one, Papa Bear.
Papa Bear.
Yeah. Go ahead and turn the
All right,
hour.
Let's see. Let me make sure I've got everything off, and no telephonies and things like that. I don't want to. Disrupt this beautiful thing.
Oh, I just got your text right
Oh,
now.
there you go. Oh, it just worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never want to assume I can just walk up.
No, totally.
So, let's see. We got a deck of cards.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is one of your
Yeah. Then
your hosting tropes.
right.
All right, we'll
new
have to see
thing.
how that goes. Let's see. All right, so we will do let's open the beers first.
Okay.
As is tradition, I
Yeah.
can't go anywhere without bringing beer, to whoever is kind enough to have me do anything. So there
Awesome,
you go,
thank
Mr.
you.
Dedlie.
Yeah.
And here I go. Just for the people at home, these are Weinstefaner. These are German beers, specifically the Hefeweizen version. Beer.
I had German beer last night. I had the Kostritzer, the
Oh.
Schwarzbier.
Oh, where'd you have it? Did you go to Red Line?
we went to what's that place called? Oh shit. Cheers, real quick.
Cheers.
To
BD.
good things.
Good things.
Went to Wurstkush.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
The person that I'm seeing is pescatarian.
Boo!
So yeah, she got the vegan. They have vegan options there.
Right. Well, so does Lincoln Hops. Oh, then you all have to go to. Oh no, she's.
Oh, we were in downtown LA too. Oh, we had
gotcha.
we went to the Amundsen's. We were like, oh, let's go to Wurstkush. We talked about going there because they had like vegan stuff and
Right, but
German
there's
beer. So
German
that's
beer.
why I was
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's great.
I was down
and
for that.
They even let you order it and bring it to you while you're waiting in line.
Yeah, that's what we were
That's
doing.
the only
Yeah.
saving grace for that place for me.
Which is really smart of them, actually. Really
Absolutely.
smart.
Indeed. There's also the Hinterhof here in Highland Park. It's
Oh, I
a
haven't
little
been there
deceptive because I saw it as German food and beer.
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I'm all about it. I go, it's all vegan.
Oh, damn.
It's
Oh, okay.
horrible.
Well, I'll bring her.
No, it's actually.
Oh, it's like that.
It's horrible for me.
Yeah.
Just as who I am as a human being. But
Yeah.
they have excellent beer. They even have the vegan cheese. It's usually made with nuts or something like that.
Yeah.
They It fooled me in some points.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, you're dripping.
Oh.
Beer wise.
Yeah, I'm gushing on about German beer. What am I going to do?
Oh, but do they have German beer at least?
They have excellent German beer,
Okay,
including
yeah.
Kostritzer.
Cool.
So that's why I can go there and I'll get the pretzel croissant.
Yeah.
And then I'll split some vegan cheese with Christine because
Nice.
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll
Yeah.
go have something else somewhere else.
No, perfect.
Alrighty. Let's see. All right.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
The ritual is about to begin. There we go.
Bam.
Now
Sands
it is
of time are running.
Okay.
Oh, also we have a guitar just in case.
Yay. I'm all about it.
I was gonna ask you to also bring your 12 string. I was like, oh, we could like
right.
do like a practice run here, but no worries. I didn't even.
Yeah, I forgot.
I thought about it like yesterday as I was
and
like
I
driving.
have it ready to go.
Ah.
It's tuned and set and everything. And
Oh yeah, that thing takes a while
I
to
mean,
tune.
well, this won't be out by the time this show comes out.
Yeah.
But people, hopefully you were at the Cafe Nella for Demon Candy's presentation of Blake Dedlie, solo acoustic artist.
Mm-hmm.
I would have I'll be accompanying him. But of course, it doesn't matter. So why are we even wasting time with it?
Yeah. But hopefully they came and enjoyed it.
Right. It was a blast, I'm sure.
I got some fun songs to play.
Yes.
I have a song I haven't played in a while. Or like they're like my songs I've never showed, or I've showed people, but like we just never made it into
Never worked
songs
out, right.
to play live. So I'm
I have some like that too, and it's just I need to work on them or do something. But that's why I'm speaking of all this acoustic
Yeah, I
stuff.
was
I'm
gonna say,
going to do.
yeah.
I'm finally just gonna get off my ass and do an acoustic thing. Just a few songs, just me, no, very few if any overdubs, and just a vocal.
Right.
Just to do it, just to have them out there, because I should do that. I miss playing acoustic.
Yeah.
All these years of electric, with very few acoustic shows we've done here and there.
Yeah.
Those have been fun though. We end up doing different songs for that.
Different covers, yeah.
So it works out.
Or like I break my hand and I just sing or something.
Oh man, that's happened twice.
That's happened twice. I think I broke my foot.
The first
Right,
time.
that's where the whole Twisted Black Soul comes from, and then I hurt my hand, yeah, or my pinky.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I know. Jeez.
Then I wore a suit for that one. We played at the 72 North. I
Right,
remember
rest
that
in
one
peace.
fondly. Yeah, rest in peace. Now that place is a German.
There's a German place.
Speaking of which,
It
there's all
works.
these German places popping up.
It works out. It
Yeah.
did. For me, I love it.
Oh, maybe we should do an acoustic show there.
They won't let us.
They won't let us.
No,
Yeah.
it's very specific
Yeah.
who they let in there.
We'll say we play German.
Those dudes from Neptune Recovery play there a lot.
Yeah. They must
But
know
they
somebody.
must know somebody. I met the owner. She was pretty cool, but nothing happened. But anyway,
Yeah.
on to a different thing.
So 10 years of
10
Mango Napalm.
10 years,
Can you
sir.
believe it?
I can actually.
I can't.
Oh, you can't?
No. Well, because here's what's so weird. So we're 10 years apart,
Right.
and you were my age when you started Mango
Jesus
Napalm.
Christ.
That's what I mean. That's what's so weird. And it's been 10 years. I'm like, oh my god.
And oh, how those years have worn on us both in different ways.
Yeah, for reals.
Holy shit, that's right. I mean, obviously, I understood that
Yeah.
before, because we're 10 years apart, and then we've been here 10 years, playing 10 years.
Playing
specifically.
10 years, yeah.
Damn.
So we played August. What was it? Was it August 18th?
We're playing August 18th.
Or no, what was the first show? I
Oh,
can't
the
remember
first show
date.
actually didn't happen until October.
Oh, okay. But we started jamming in August?
We started. Well, first off, you went to a new Maximum Donkey
Yes.
show.
Who played, by the way?
Yeah, I saw that. I couldn't go. I was
which is
in Death
crazy. It
Valley.
was like 10 years. Yeah, but we
that would have
couldn't
been
go.
fun. That would have been fun. And it kind of coincides with about when we decided, hey, I want to play, and you said, hey, I want to play.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened. And so a week or two later, we met up, and then we played in this house, not in the same room though.
Yeah.
We played like 3 or 4 songs, I think,
yeah.
with almost. We just said, all right,
Like
just
Nirvana
play something.
or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
no,
just
but we
something I knew
we
or
also
whatever.
did. You also showed me something. I said, okay, I can do that. And then
Was that the I Want to Be With You?
I want to be with you, but
Yeah, I
which
Wanna Be
a song
With
we don't. I don't even know if
don't-
I know how to play anymore.
I don't even know how to play it.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
because I think it turned too many people off or something.
Yeah,
I think it was
it's
too weird
it's a
for
little
some
too weird.
people.
That was kind of pre Twisted Black Soul. Now that I'm
Yes.
looking back, that should have been a Twisted Black Soul song.
That should have been.
Yeah.
It still could be.
Still
You
could
never.
be. I
Why
gotta.
not?
I don't even know. I guess I'll figure it out. But yeah.
Right. I mean, I've got a recording of it somewhere. I'm sure.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was. Yeah, we played about 3 or 4 songs, and then we said, well, this feels good,
Yeah.
and here we are.
Let's play some tunes.
Yeah, and then we played. We got that
Played in
random show in October.
okay.
It was like a fall festival for Montebello.
Oh, see, I just remember it being really hot. I know it's
It
hot
was
all the
extremely
time,
hot, yeah.
but I just assumed that was summer because you were like 10 years in August. I'm like, oh, we must have played in August.
No,
but
we actually played in October.
October, okay.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
But we just started playing and rehearsing and working on songs together. And then we pretty much did that for a couple of years with maybe a show a year or something.
Yeah,
seemed like.
which was super small.
All right, and then things escalated.
We played at remember the not the Old Town pub. Oh my God, the Airliner.
We played
and
at
like
the,
Andrea and
Floor
came, and that was it.
Right.
And then we just like nobody else saw. And
that's where we saw.
Was that where we met?
That's where we met the Never Never.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
I know they come up again. A lot of bands that aren't around anymore.
Yeah, a lot of.
Because I was looking up stuff, since we're having our 10-year. This is our 10-year, cycle or whatever. I started looking up a bunch of old photos.
Yeah.
I have thousands, and I was looking at all the flyers and all the venues and all the bands that have been there with us. I said, they're almost all gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not just the bands. I mean, bands come and go, which
Yeah.
is why I understand 10 years is surprising. But the venues have gone.
Yeah.
The promoters are gone. It's
Yeah.
just wild, and we're still here, just
Yeah,
couple of assholes.
just chugging along. Yeah, it's funny because the people, I think the only like black heartthrobs who we're still friends with.
Yeah, but
like,
we met them
years
years
late,
after the
years
fact.
later. No,
Yeah.
true.
I mean, it's still.
Oh yeah, the 10 years. I see what you mean. Yeah.
But for those first few years that we were playing, we didn't really start hanging out with them until even a couple years after we met them. Or at least that's how I remember it. I mean, I remember seeing them at the 72 North and stuff, but then I didn't really feel like we got to know them until like a couple years later.
No, true.
So that might have been 4 or 5 years ago.
And we had Sunday nights. We had our own sort of place and event Sunday night.
Yeah, we booked some great bands. It was
really
hard.
cool
It was Sunday night. Nick, thank you. We appreciate it. Wherever you're up in the mountains.
Yeah, wherever you are.
Up in the mountains, fighting off bears. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
and
fighting off all those big gay men trying to get after his dick. He was a good-looking guy, I guess.
He was a good-looking dude.
People were. I remember someone was into him. Might have been Kathleen, but I feel like that's wrong. There was somebody I know that was like really into him.
I don't remember anymore.
I can't remember. It was a gal. It was in a band.
Right, I know. How dare we assume it was a woman?
No, because I remember being real jealous. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I know
certainly.
for sure it was a woman. I was like, "What? This guy?" And they're like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
tall," and
good-looking.
I'm like, "Yeah."
He's lean and mean, good-looking dude. Fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
certainly. Yeah, but that place we outlasted and all these other we don't know anybody that is still together that we played with
From
back
that
in the day.
time?
From those first few years.
Yeah,
Nobody.
No, definitely not.
And a lot of the venues are gone.
Even people that are just play music.
Yeah, most of them. I don't even know if
I
hear about them anymore.
Yeah,
to be fair,
I know
which
one.
is
Yeah, that's true.
one or
too.
two. One or two. The Mighty Mondo. But we didn't see him for a while. I said, "Whoa, he's in that band."
Yeah,
that was cool to see him again.
that's true. Mondo is still playing.
Mondo.
Mondo'll still be playing.
Oh yeah, well he's phenomenal.
Yeah,
he's a great dude. Who well of course is.
What's his name is still putting out music. Seth.
Oh yeah, he does, but it's very very.
Yeah,
he doesn't do it very often.
Right, but yeah, he's still doing it.
He's still doing it.
He's still putting out music.
Way up in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Hope you're all right, Seth. And then that's not much, not many.
And then that's it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw all these flyers, places. Yeah, we did 1 or 2 shows, and then I said, I don't even remember who the bands were anymore.
Yeah.
because it's been so long, and excuse me, none of them are around. So
No, I know.
It makes no difference anyway.
Yeah, I was looking through some of that old stuff, and my mind blanked. I haven't even smoked weed, and my mind's blanking. But anyways,
Well, it's the afternoon.
it's the afternoon, and I didn't.
It's warm.
Yeah.
After a long, successful, fulfilling evening.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what I'm talking about, but
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
yes, sir.
No, I was gonna say, 10 years, 10 beers, 10 queers, 10 steers.
10 steers. I can do that.
Yeah. What do you think the future looks like in 10 years?
In 10 years, I hope to still be playing, of
Yeah.
course. I'm sure we can still do it. You know, it'll probably be a little different because I'll be in my 50s. But hey, there are plenty of people.
There are people,
plenty of
playing in
people
their
still doing
50s
it.
that are playing.
Yeah, just for sure.
Yeah.
So I think we can do it. I need to
definitely.
make sure that I survive.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And that hopefully
Maybe some more healthy choices just here
and
and there.
also there's some stuff beyond my control. Unfortunately,
yeah.
The hand thing is still happening. It's some days it's worse than others lately,
Right.
but it's the summer too. It just acts up during the summer,
Yeah.
especially. Definitely still playing as Mango, and who knows, maybe something else. I might slow down a little. I think I want to slow down on some of it. I feel like I've lost focus with a lot of things. So that's why I want to focus and work on very specific things like the acoustic stuff, the new songs that we've been working on.
4 new Mango Napalm
4 new Mango.
songs.
I know we got 4, and
Yeah.
that we could totally just pound out if we should. I just haven't done it.
Yeah.
Been rehearsing for all this other stuff and doing all these other things.
Yeah.
So
Which has
I
been
really-
nice. You've been asked to be a part of these
Yes,
things.
it's like I said, it's a good feeling to have that people want. Say, hey, you're somebody who won't fuck around,
Mhm.
or won't fuck up, and actually knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He's just serious. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then still do it well.
Yep.
So that's definitely a good thing. But yeah, I'll have to be more careful and more choosy about what I do.
Right.
Because I really do need to focus on this stuff now.
Yeah.
To make it work. To use whatever powers I have to the best of their abilities.
What do you think? Mike V says that he's tired of all these other bands that are around. He says that are cosplaying as bands. What do you think about that?
I've been saying that for years, and maybe not in the cosplay
Not in
sense,
that
but
cosplay sense, but yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, we've both seen it.
Yeah.
These bands just come out of nowhere. They go, oh yeah, we're a band. Also, because it's so easy to do now.
Yeah.
It's so easy because most of these people, whether they're actors or artists or models or brand influencers, whatever the fuck they are,
Yeah.
they already have this wide network of people that can help them do it. So they go, okay, well, I'm just going to do this. So they get a goddamn synthesizer. They get somebody who can kind of play drums.
Yeah.
They get somebody who can play.
Kind of play guitar. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they're skilled and they're good,
Yeah.
sure, but it's all meaningless. It has there's no weight to it. And yeah, it's cosplay. It's
cosplay.
they're being a band, and
Yeah,
also
they're really
it's so
good
easy.
at looking
Right.
good, and
it's super easy
yeah.
to record something
Yeah.
onto us and put it on SoundCloud or a CD bib or whatever. It's real easy to do that. You just make flyers that look vaguely 80s, and you're all of a sudden you have 3,000 followers on the Instagram and then because of the people because you're sociable or good looking, usually both. You can get a show.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, oh yeah, people think you're great because they've been basically told you're great.
Right.
By no other reason than the fact, well, yeah, they're here. They look like what we're supposed to see because all the rock. That's why all these bands look the same.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking, and that's endemic of a lot of things within music. I mean, 10 years ago it was the indie thing, or that indie rock looking
Right.
thing. Before that it was, the garage thing. Before that it was the grunge thing, or the ska thing, depending on what you're into, or the the pop punk stuff. Before that it was hair metal. Before that it was the kind of glam, or the country.
So it's
or
always
the,
been
so it's
around,
always
yeah.
there's always been something. It's just
Been an element
it's
to
way easier now to do it.
Yeah, I think especially I think maybe because of also social media. Like I know a lot of people say that like oh, this is an easy tool now,
Yes.
for people to use, or
is.
like for us, like we put out our stuff, but like no one really cares.
Right. Right.
People like our music video. That's
Right.
which is nice.
Yes. Yeah, I know there are things I could learn.
Yeah, that's the other hard part. Is like that's why we have they had managers back in the day to handle all this
Right.
stuff.
I mean,
Like,
these
we
people,
don't have
we don't have anything.
we don't have that
We don't have
any
that.
representation or
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah, but now
brand
it's
deal.
basically they all just follow the same pattern, and it works for a lot of it. But the pattern works because of what they're doing. They're doing the
Yeah.
cosplay thing. They fit a very specific mold, so
Yeah.
that works well for that.
Yeah.
What we do doesn't work for that. We're too
Yeah.
out of the grain, against the
Yeah.
grain. We're not even against the grain. We're off the grain. We're the
Yeah.
we're the not wood that people sell off to the side for a lot less because nobody knows what to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna hate this reference, but we're Batu.
I don't know what that is.
the planet, the fake planet from Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge.
See, I didn't even know the name.
Because no one wants to go there. No, I'm
Right.
kidding.
I didn't even I didn't even know the name. That's how little it means.
Yeah,
to me.
Batu.
Batu.
More like butt to.
Huh?
Stupid
Exactly.
joke.
It wouldn't be a Blake Dedlie hour if it didn't have a
Yeah,
stupid joke.
if it
in
didn't
it.
have stupid jokes.
Come on, that's part of the charm.
Yeah, of course.
What
So when
do you mean?
people listen in.
That's right.
Yeah, dude. Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, talk to us about how lame that is.
Well, I haven't been there yet, but
Yeah, no, I know. But the idea of it, just
The idea
it
of it,
does
yeah.
suck. I was so excited to go, and I hyped it up for myself, and like I knew it wasn't going to be all that great, but it was big, but it just wasn't. It wasn't Star Wars. It wasn't
Right.
Star Wars. That
it
was
wasn't Star Wars. It had the trappings.
Yeah.
Certainly looks like it, but it's not. It doesn't have the heart. And
Yeah.
somebody could,
Which is what the sequels are.
right, right. And
Yeah.
I would even
It
say
looks-
the prequels.
Looks good.
I
looks
know
nice.
a lot of the U90s kids go, oh my
Yeah.
god, I love the fuck
Oh,
you,
I know.
fuck you all.
Well,
for,
it's interesting what nobody talks about. What made those prequels so sucky is that George Lucas and his wife really worked on Star Wars. Like,
Right.
She helped.
She edited it.
She edited it to make it a watchable movie.
Right.
And then after
And he
the
had
divorce,
nobody.
he had
it was just
nobody
him. And
saying no.
The
Yeah.
editor, you see, you love red letter media.
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. Of
But
course.
they also showed they show the behind the scenes stuff from the prequels and how the editor basically had his hands tied because there was nothing he could do because
Yeah.
George Lucas
It's
already
George
had everything
Lucas
done.
is like this god.
And also he said, well, there's nothing I could work with anyway. We can't,
Mm-hmm.
it's the fundamentals of it are flawed. And that's how I feel about these. People doing re-edits of The Last Jedi or something.
Yeah. No.
Can't
yeah,
save
what's
that.
The
The
point?
bones are
Exactly.
poor.
Yeah.
They're weak.
I
That's what these bands are, weak.
and I really hated The Last Jedi. I know you're not a fan of what was the A New Hope sequel? What the hell is it called? Or the
Force Awakens?
remake? I mean, for The Force Awakens.
The thing
Yeah.
is, I liked it when I first
Yeah.
saw it.
Well, I would argue that it's a better movie than all three of the prequels as a
It
movie.
definitely- it definitely
It's an
has
actual movie.
It hits the points
For
well.
me, that's how bad those prequels are. Like, yeah, no, like of course it's not a perfect movie.
Sure.
It's not really Star Wars. It has that thing that we're talking about. It's like still shallow. It looks good, looks nice, but it's still shallow, and it has this like weird agenda that it's doing totally. But with all those flaws, it's still better than the prequels.
Yeah, it's still better than the prequels for sure. Yeah,
I know 90s kids
and
are
then as I
gonna hate
watched
that.
it more, I just started seeing all the things that were happening. I was like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah. And apparently, I don't know if this is true or not. I haven't done the research, but J.J. Abrams' wife started the whole Me Too movement. Did you hear about this?
I heard about it.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I thought you might have, but
Yeah, I
it's
had
so
heard
weird.
about it. Or no, she was part of that with the Time's Up.
Oh,
It
the
was-
time. That's what it was. The Time's
Because
Up.
there's another.
Yeah, or she started
another
it.
one- Yeah, they kind of it all. There was a confluence of stuff
Yeah.
happening, and it all worked. And you know, I support it.
Oh,
At least
totally.
okay. I support the idea.
Yeah.
I don't support the practice or how it's
well,
it's become.
how it was
What it-
handled, like
yeah.
believe all women,
Right.
you know,
And
you believe, you
and
know,
there are people
some
who
women
it's
with
funny,
evidence,
yeah.
just like any crime, you
Right.
know.
I just saw a comedy special. Whitney Cummings, who I like.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Whitney Cummings.
I like Whitney Cummings.
Oh, her
You know,
new Netflix
she has a
special
new
just
one.
came out. Yeah, I want to see it.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's actually all right. I wasn't sure what because she's gotten pretty specific about stuff, and when you get a little too preachy about what you want to say, it starts kind of dipping into the comedy.
Yeah.
But she has some good points, and then she talks about how, well, people who say, well, no, what about the ones who lie? And then she said, well, yeah, of course, we've seen the text that they never send you.
Yeah.
I said, well, that's a good point. It still doesn't necessarily negate that,
Yeah.
but she also acknowledges that, things will settle.
Yeah.
It's just because everything now has to be all or nothing. It's a gigantic wave of hyperbole, and then it settles.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't appreciate or enjoy the mass hysteria involved with anything.
That's exactly. Yeah, with anything, exactly.
And then it just disappears because people, they want to care about something or feel good about themselves, but then they just move on to the next thing.
Right.
Because it doesn't mean they don't really give a shit.
Right.
They just want to feel good about this particular thing and say, yeah, look, see, I agree.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Have you heard of Andy Signore? What's going on with him? Andy Signore is the creator, co-creator of Screen Junkies and the creator of Honest Trailers.
Okay.
Okay. And 2 years ago, and I used to watch like all their stuff, and I thought it was pretty good. Not great, but fun times. There's a bunch of movie nerds talking about shit. Honest Trailers has its moments, and it was what I wanted the film talk show to kind of be, except a little more, it was what I had hoped to be, except my version was a little more like Conan O'Brien, where it's supposed to look like this, but not really. It was a little more fucked up, right? But like, it was still like, oh, this is like what I kind of wanted to start. And so I'd watch it. Anyways, Andy Signore got accused of like being a real creep to this one gal who was like a coworker, and then she was saying that like, yeah, he had like forced himself on her, and like this other woman came out and he got fired and was let go. So 2 years passes by and he's back, and he's just like, look, I wasn't the best person in the world, but I never raped her. So what happened was, and he's married with a child. Okay. And he said like, I had an affair with this woman. Like, we were like seeing each other, and like, I have all this evidence, this is why he never went to jail. I have all this evidence. Like, look, what I did was shitty, and I understand that. I'm still married to my wife. We went through it. There was a lot to get through, but like, yeah, no, exactly. Like, I'm not the best guy, but I did not rape anybody like I was accused by these two women, and he has proof of like text messages and like emails.
Buyer's remorse is she probably didn't get what she wanted about something.
No, so she rose through that ranks. So people were saying she was a coworker. She was never a coworker until she got herself hired on from one of the coworkers there that works there, and then they started dating, and then she started accusing him once this whole Me Too thing came out, that she was a victim and blah blah blah. And now he's back saying all this, and he has this whole like 17-minute video about all
but
this
nobody
proof.
Gives a shit.
And it was like
nobody
was
gives a
amazing.
shit. He's always going to be branded as a creep.
Well, yeah, he'll definitely be branded.
And it'll
as a creep.
always be this.
Well, I followed his
story.
Well, I followed his. He has a new channel now, and he wants to still talk about movies and stuff like that. I'm all for it. I'm all behind him.
Right.
And he's starting this thing called Hug the Cactus, where it's like people who've like done wrong, they're trying to redeem themselves, like a path for them to to redeem themselves some way. Not everybody is like a criminal,
Right.
you know, and
Or yeah,
so he's
the
starting
idea of
this thing.
redemption. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no.
If they did something in the first fucking place, but hey, that's not.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? I'm not. Yeah, it's just It really is just a mob mentality, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
In anything. No,
Exactly.
I don't care if people feel good about what they're doing or they think it's right or something I would agree with. No, stop and see what's happening first.
Yeah, exactly.
And that really bugs me. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I was gonna change topics. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do this.
What are we doing?
Let's do I was gonna change it, and you know what? Every time my mind blanks, I'll just go to the cards. That's a good way to.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm sure the idea was gonna come back up anyways.
no worries.
But
ooh, we got shuffled.
yeah, shuffling these cards.
Oh, they're all blank. Oh, not blank, but I thought.
No, they have things. So let's talk about money, I guess.
Money. All right. And Rule 34. Well, it's card number 34.
Card number 34. But
we
what
can go
about
into Rule
34?
34?
What's
You
Rule
ever heard-
34?
it's if you can, no matter what something is, no matter how innocuous, innocent, or safe you might think something is, somewhere in the internet, the vast nothingness of the internet, you will find porn or a fetish related to it. That is Rule 34.
I have not heard that. That's great.
Look it up at your peril.
That's really funny.
But
no matter
money,
how innocent, no matter how
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. There's a porn for it.
There's porn or some kind of fetish for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could say
So
that about
money.
Money
Yeah.
has never been a big interest of mine. I know I need it. Growing up poor, fuck yeah, I know I needed it, and I still do. But it's not what I want, or
Yeah.
I have enough to get by. I can play my music, buy my beer,
Right.
go out with my lady and my friends,
Yeah. You're set.
make sure my doggies and cat are fed. And that's as much as I care about it. It's success has never been in those terms has never been of any interest to me. Even as a kid, I realized that a kid, our buddy Dan of the Mighty Atolls.
Oh yes.
A dear friend of ours. We've talked about that a lot. How we just don't care about money.
Yeah. No.
Neither of us cares. At school just down the road.
Yeah.
It was a big source of contention for me there.
Went to Catholic school.
Catholic
you gotta
school.
pay some money.
Yeah, and the nuns were very mean about it.
A lot of money.
One of the turning points for me was one of the principal yelled at my mom and made her cry because she said she wasn't a good mother because she couldn't afford the tuition exactly on time every time.
Yeah.
She worked 18, 20 hours a day as a seamstress just to keep us going, and
Yeah.
sometimes she didn't have it on time. She said, I just need a week, but she'd do it, and she'd make it. She
Yeah.
wanted to. I never asked to
Right.
be there. And she made her cry. And then the pastor was there in the office, and he was a cold asshole.
Yeah. I know
And
who
they
you're
both
talking
made her
about.
cry. I know.
Yeah.
And so I found out, and I just went furious, and I went and cussed them both out and got detention and all that. But I didn't care. From then on, I was just, fuck you all.
Yeah.
So, and all the other students, not all, of course, but the ones who were treated well were the ones who had money. So it's a sore spot for me.
Yeah.
Even now, it like I said, it's never interested me other than what can it do to provide the bare minimum. I don't know.
Exactly.
I need to have this, and I need to have this. I need these,
Right.
and this, and that. I've never been a material person in that way.
Except for guitars.
But and Legos. I have a huge
yeah.
collection of Legos.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But I build and rebuild them.
I was gonna say
But it's purely just so I could have something to do.
something to do. It
Something
interests your mind.
Yeah, and it helps me shut everything else off.
I love that
that's
about I like hearing what musicians like as like other things that's not
things.
music.
Right.
Like Lewis from from Brain Fragment.
Mhm.
He loves pinball, and he like goes
Oh,
to like
nice.
pinball like tournaments and stuff like
Holy
that. Like he's
shit.
like fully in it. I'm like, that's so rad. Like good for you, you know?
That is cool.
Yeah. So
I love pinball.
Yeah.
I don't play it much. I'm not very good at it. But a buddy of mine and I, when we lived in the Bay Area,
Yeah.
and now whenever we get together, whenever we can, but he lives in New York, but we always played pinball.
Yeah.
It was a way to talk shit, have fun. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
great.
yeah.
So yeah, I can appreciate that.
No, that's
yeah,
awesome.
if it's Legos.
Yeah, that's yeah. I love
and
that.
movies and reading. I
Right.
think those are my things.
I think movies for sure. Most musicians I know like are also like into movies.
In the movies, yeah.
But yeah, no, that's I like out of the not out of the box, but just kind of things you wouldn't really think
Right.
about. Legos is a good one.
Yeah, so yeah, fuck money.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I said, Rule 34, you'll find somebody fucking money.
Ooh, wow, that was the next card. Religion.
It sounds like these were. I feel like we're back at Satan Fest, where Micah is pulling out the things that we say.
Yeah,
Or that we're
that was weird. Yeah.
Well, it's magic.
All right,
It's
I'm
the
gonna
beauty of magic.
I'm gonna see what the third one is. All right, here we
Might
go.
as well.
Ooh, all right.
Well, the three are connected. All right, so
Marijuana.
marijuana, religion, and marijuana.
Yeah.
Well, I
Were you ever
I
in
would be here
trouble at
all-
school for for
no
smoking ganja?
No, I didn't know anybody that did.
Yeah.
It just when I was a kid, I was much more insular and focused on what I wanted to do. So, yeah, weed never attracted me. I didn't smoke weed until I was like 19 or 20.
Oh yeah, and even then it wasn't like
And
that
by then, I'd
strong,
already
yeah.
been doing other stuff, so I was
Yeah.
just kind of didn't interest me for
Yeah.
a long time. So I have no deep-seated history with weed or
Yeah.
anything. And never bothered me, but I don't. It wasn't a thing for
Yeah.
me at school. When I was a kid, I was very much just I read
You're more
and
of
listened to music, and that's all I
a
did.
beer drinker.
Yeah,
whiskey,
it was only and that became later though.
Oh, really?
I didn't party in school or anything. No.
Oh well, right. Yeah.
No, when I
No,
was
true,
in high
true.
school and stuff. No, I didn't.
Yeah. What was kind of the first drug then you took?
First thing I took
Yeah.
were pills.
Oh really?
I started doing a lot of pills.
Was that like an '80s thing or something? Or
Well, it was the 90s.
90s
Well,
thing?
well,
Or
because that's just
post
that's what
80s?
was around
Yeah.
for me.
what kind of pills?
It was a lot of opioids.
Oh right.
The crisis they call it now, but it was just
Oh yeah.
somebody
that's
had
right.
some Percocets or
Oh,
Oxycontin, and you start popping
okay,
those
so
and
was
you
that-
drink and you just have a good time.
Oh yeah. That's
did
been going on
that,
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, did coke a little later,
Mhm.
and then mushrooms around the same time, that kind of stuff, acid. But
It's funny because marijuana wasn't your gateway drug.
it wasn't my gateway drug at all.
Yeah.
It really wasn't.
Yeah.
Now it's the only thing I do because it helps the joints.
Yeah, I was gonna say it really. Now you use it for medicine. No,
For medicine,
like when most
medicinal
people
purposes.
do.
Yeah, so that ties into
Yeah.
religion, I guess. No, we'd be here for 5 to 6 days if we
Oh,
spoke about religion.
Talk about religion, yeah.
But here, I'll give you the condensed version. I mean, you know my stance on
Sure.
things after however many years.
Mm-hmm.
But for the people listening, since Mr. Dedlie did pull a card, and I am compelled as his guest to reply. Religion. I was a religious studies major, both in undergrad and grad school. I've been reading mythology and religions, books about religions, since I was a kid. It's always fascinated me. I have a very long history with religion, as opposed to the other things.
Yeah.
It always fascinated me. I did have faith to a certain degree as a kid, and then I didn't. And then I kind of did for a little bit, and then I didn't. Before I found, something beyond that. Beyond the trappings of the everyday,
Yeah.
religion groups or whatever. But as an organized thing, yeah, I'm definitely not for it. I don't go out of my way too often. Sometimes I do if I see people talking shit or
Yeah.
trying to denigrate others based on their religion.
Right. Yeah, that's a whole other
That
thing.
I take umbrage with.
Yeah.
If somebody, oh, they're a gay couple. Jesus
Yeah.
doesn't like it. Fuck your
Yeah,
Jesus
exactly.
then.
Who
Fuck you.
cares?
He wouldn't have given a fuck.
Yeah.
And so the way it's twisted by people, that's why I don't like religions.
Yeah. It's funny because I have a direct report who asked me. He was like, I don't know if this is like offensive to talk about. Wanted to talk to you about money, and I was like, look, I don't know if I can talk about money and stuff because like I don't deal with it. My boss deals with
Right.
it. And he's like, whatever, which wasn't even the point, but that I'm trying to make. He was just like, well, I didn't mean to offend you. I'm like, bro. Like what offends me is like organized religion, like war,
Right.
like that shit. Like
Right.
you can tell me anything, you
Right.
want to. I will not get offended. But yeah, that stuff offends me. Like
Right.
that's the
That
real
kind of stuff, yes.
offensive stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. People excusing themselves or
Yeah,
their
for-
stuff with religion and stuff. We could be here all day,
Yeah.
and somebody will cry.
If it works for you,
If it works, great.
great.
And just
yeah,
leave,
because I
leave
know
them alone. Yeah.
I like
Leave somebody
how
alone.
Stephen Colbert,
yeah,
does
he's-
it.
he's
So
Catholic.
he's
Yeah.
super Catholic, but he's like, not
Dave
in your face
Chappelle
about
is,
it.
is Muslim,
Yeah, that's right.
but he never pushes it on anybody.
Never pushes it. Yeah.
He just says it's a beautiful thing that I have.
Yeah. And then
Great.
there you go.
And he's the funniest motherfucker on the planet as
Yeah,
far as I'm
for real.
concerned.
I cannot wait to see him live. I want to see him live so bad.
I got to see him once.
Ugh.
He was part of a larger bill, but he was amazing.
All right, next
Absolutely
card.
amazing. All right.
Ooh, wow. We could be here all day on this one.
All right, we've been talking about it. Well, along
Yeah.
with everything else.
Well, you know what? Well, let's talk about it sort of in another sense.
Sure.
Any new bands or new music you're listening to? Any
New? No.
Well, like new as in like newly discovered.
Newly discovered. See, I'm enjoying that more. Going back to find bands that I heard about
Yeah.
and just never got around to listening to,
Right.
or somebody says, "Oh yeah, you should,"
Nick Lowe comes to mind.
Nick
I know that
Lowe
was
was a-
years
yeah,
ago,
that
but
was
like,
years ago.
yeah.
Yeah, somebody like that. Yeah, where you find out after the fact, and I love finding that stuff out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm certainly not going to hear it on the radio. I don't listen to the radio at all.
Right.
But even that way, I'm still forced to hear shit like fucking Lizzo. Ugh,
Oh,
disgusting.
I don't even know what that is. Thank God.
Disgusting. Just it's positivity wrapped in. Look, she has a good voice, but it's people talk about her message rather, and
Oh yeah. Well,
that's about the thing about music I really hate right now, and in entertainment or art in general is your people expect you to like something because of the message.
right.
Fuck you.
Yeah, no,
No.
exactly.
Is it good or bad?
You know what's the same thing for me? I'm not a big there's some reggae I like, but like I'm not
Sure.
really into Bob Marley. But like
Yeah, it's fair.
people are into him because they tell me they're into him because of his message and
Right.
what he's saying.
That's
and I'm like,
great.
yeah, good for you,
Good
but
for you.
I don't like reggae.
Yeah.
You know.
I listened to about 10 minutes and I go, okay. I found
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, it's all yeah. Might be a song or two I like, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, Peter Tosh and my good buddy Ruben. He loves all sorts of different stuff, and he tries to push some ska, or not ska. Well, ska, reggae as well, but
Yeah.
reggae he tries to push on me. He's like, dude, I can't do it. He's like, I know, but try this. I get it. It doesn't
Yeah.
resonate for me after a while.
Right.
I can appreciate it. I appreciate the skill and the talent. It just doesn't speak
Yeah,
to
it
me
doesn't
specifically.
do anything, yeah.
Doesn't the way people don't like country or they don't like
Right.
you know
Well, I think
whatever.
I have a theory. Maybe it's just for me, but like, I think I'll like at least one band or something from every genre, no matter
I
what
can't say that.
what it is. Because like like even country, rap, rock, or going through all those genres.
Sure.
Like, because I used to not like ska at all, but I love the specials.
well
like
the
I-
specials are
They're like
amazing.
yeah, the specials are amazing.
You know what? I have to say I do that too then, because I don't like hip hop in general.
But
I
there's-
certainly don't
you-
like it
yeah.
now.
Yeah, but there's some hip hop songs.
There's
yeah.
hip hop I
Yeah.
really enjoy.
Oh,
I mean,
definitely.
besides, a lot of it was when I was a kid. It just made me laugh for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It never
Two Live
touched me.
Crew or something.
Yeah, Two Life Crew, NWA, Eazy-E,
Right.
Run DMC.
I was gonna say I'm getting into more Run DMC now.
They're awesome.
I
Yeah,
like
there's
Run
something
DMC.
about it. Yeah, but then after a while, I check out. So okay, I can't listen to this all day.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can listen to. Oh, what's weird about that? Well, I don't know. I think I like more hip hop than you. I could listen
Oh, yeah.
to Public Enemy all day. I don't know what it is about them, but I just
people have always tried to push me into it. And
love
I can't
it.
do it.
I love it.
Or it's just not my thing.
Yeah. I think it's just his voice too, because I'm not really even listening to the lyrics. It's just the way he says it, and I like.
Yeah, because people always tell me,
it.
well, the message.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even like.
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm this white boy just being like, yeah, fuck the powers that be.
I mean, hey, yeah, we all should be doing.
No,
that.
I know, but it's just funny. Like I'm just.
But, yeah, for sure.
I was like, yeah, Farrakhan's a prophet that I think you ought to listen to. I don't even know who Farrakhan. I didn't know who Farrakhan was. Like
Minister Farrakhan.
Yeah. I know who he is now, but like when I listened to him, like I was just like, woo, yeah.
Yeah, I read a book of those Farrakhan's that he wrote in the 60s or 70s. I don't remember exactly when, but it was this. It's the nature of the white man, and it has just a caveman on the cover, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
How you've heard the trope that we were the black man was constructing pyramids while you motherfuckers were hiding in trees.
Yeah. I've heard that. Yeah.
And it really takes that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh, great.
But he makes these points that are just not based in fact at all. It was just a diatribe basically, but it was fun to read. It was funny.
Oh, check it out.
Yeah, it's silly. I don't even know if it's in print.
Next card. I'm sure it's online somewhere. Ooh, what about art?
I hate talking about art. I really hate talking about art.
Well, let's talk about it.
In the sense of, I have this thing. You've seen it in me when we deal with bands or with certain stuff. I don't like the cloaks, the costumes, the cosplay, if you will.
Yeah.
All the things that people like to associate with something or somebody who is an artist or a musician, because then it just lets them be shitty people, but in their mind it excuses their behavior because they're artists,
right?
Or they feel they deserve something because they're making art. I don't give a shit. Yeah. I hate talking about it that way. I really don't like it. It's pretentious. It's false. It's putting the focus on you rather than what you're making.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like. Look, you can talk about art, sure. I mean,
that's
if you
why
appreciate something that I can understand. But when these people go, the role of an artist, it drives me up the fucking wall. I hate it.
It all comes from that, like
Madonna
Andy
drove
Warhol
me nuts
thing, right?
with that in the 80s and 90s, and I said, "You're just a fucking pop singer.
Yeah.
Just fucks people. There's nothing else special. You're not a fucking artist."
Yeah.
But as an artist, it's my.
Yeah, you're a pop singer.
But yeah, she just popped into mind because I saw this documentary on her, and it was just how she tried to do that and take it, and she went way past out of her depth. And it was hilarious, and it made me laugh to see her fall. I hate Madonna. I've never liked her at all.
I like one song of Madonna.
But it's not because it's a great song.
Yeah.
Or maybe you have a certain.
Oh no, maybe it might even be just
know.
the person that wrote it. I think it's a really good song, "Beautiful Stranger." It was on the Austin Powers soundtrack. I just think it's such a, and it has like this like 60s kind of vibe to it, which is also why I think I like it. Other than that, I don't really like any other music.
Yeah, it just bores me.
What about art like classic art or like
visual art?
Yeah, visual art, stuff like that.
I mean, we were just talking about how people try to make discussions about art. My role as an artist, it focuses on the artist rather than the art.
Yeah.
Well, I can appreciate art, and
right.
When I see something, does it mean anything to me? A lot of it, it should evoke something.
Yeah.
As far as that goes,
there's this one piece at the Getty Museum. It's like this huge painting, and it's called like Jesus Comes Into Town.
Oh my.
And there's like all these it's like some Italian artists, and so it's in this Italian city, this like row, and there's like all these people, and in the front there's like all these like clowns and like people dressed up in like weird masks, kind of Venetian-ish, like black people, white people, brown people, and then in the middle there's like Jesus, and in the background there's just a huge crowd behind him, and he's like right in the middle, but it's weird because he's secluded. And I read after, and there's something about it that was just like kind of sad, which I really liked, and I read up after it, and it was supposed to be the artist is Jesus, and he just felt like so alone in such a crowded place.
Sure.
And that was sort of his like intention, and it felt so.
I'm sure
it felt so good.
I'm sure Jesus felt alone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially after he found his purpose and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I mean, I don't know. I can't go into historical periods and say, oh, I like this and that. There's some stuff I could do because when I worked at an art and architecture bookstore in San Francisco for a year, and I learned a lot about art and things like that. But I also learned to hate artists, or I didn't like them before. I really didn't like them.
Yeah.
Graphic designers, especially.
Yeah.
Holy shit. No, I know a couple of good ones. Are nice people. Don't take that as an offense to you. But as a culture, it was like it's like when you go to LA and you see all the people who are trying to be actors. You just hate them all after a while. That's how I felt about graphic designers, because they would just come in and they were just the biggest pricks. Oh, it was awful. But yeah, I can appreciate art. I go to the Getty Villa once a year.
Yeah.
To appreciate. I do not go to the Broad. I hate modern art.
The Broad?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the Broad, but people say no, it's the Broad. Fuck you. It's that pretentious shit.
The Broad.
I walked into the MoMA in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And with all this baggage about art and artists, and there was a fan on a bungee cord in the lobby, just kind of going back and forth. I said, "Oh, is this the fucking art that we have to deal with?" And then it turned out it was just a fan on a bungee cord. But on the second floor, there was this wall with a bunch of large canvases on it. Each of them was painted one color.
Of course.
It made me so fucking angry.
Yeah.
I was just... See, that's the other thing, like Andy Warhol. I hate Andy Warhol because he, to me, embodied that whole, well, if you convince people that that's what it is, it's great.
Then it is.
Because people want to feel something. It's part of the mob mentality. Oh, no, this is right. So I'm going to, so I'm going to chase after this and say this is wrong or whatever. It's the nature of humanity to do that kind of thing. This just ephemeral, just chasing for meaning and with no thought of it.
Yeah. Of
what's happening underneath it or what's really happening or a larger perspective at all. And it all ties together. Art, music, religion. Ultimately, that's why I hate people for it. Because
I'm interested in this next card.
All right.
Oh, man. I didn't want to talk about this one.
Oh, no.
Current events.
I do not watch the news because it's...
I'm going to shuffle these.
It's fear-mongering. Whatever...
Yeah, I don't want. No, there was a shooting too, and I don't want to really
Which
talk
one?
about it. That's right. There were 2 shootings.
Yeah, you can't escape it.
Within the day.
I don't watch
I
news,
know.
but you can't escape it because people are posting about it. So, look, and these are all tragedies, yes, but ultimately, the same conversations swell up and go and go away.
It's the same combo every time, and nothing gets done.
Nothing gets done, and people can say, "Well, that's because you get used to it." No, it's because you're failing to understand the fundamental problem that humans, there are bigger systems at play. Yeah. And all your grandstanding isn't going to change it. Yeah, exactly. So and also too, in the long scheme of things, that's nothing new.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me. Or, because I know humans are fucked. What else is new?
Yeah. Let's move on.
So there you go.
Psychiatry?
What
are your thoughts on psychiatry?
For me, religion, philosophy, psychiatry, all the same thing.
Oh, yeah?
Or at least...
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Observing people. I mean, that's what
everything
I've
religion
talked
kind of
about.
started out. Yeah, I guess
everything
this is
I've
what we're
talked
all
about
talking
is
about.
I've always been
it's about
an observer.
people.
I've always been.
Yeah, and isn't that what you say you like to do? Because you're not a big theme park fan, but your lady is.
Yes.
But you go to
but
people
I go
watch.
just watch people.
Yeah.
I look at the interactions.
Yeah.
and do everything. I
It's-
go somewhere and I pick up on people's vibes.
Yeah.
And then seeing how they post or seeing what they're
Right,
talking
right.
about, how they respond to things, it's all related.
Yeah.
Philosophy and psychiatry are closely related because it's ultimately about the human mind.
Mm-hmm.
Religion is the same way. It's just that it's supposed to connect to the heart or to the soul as well.
Right.
But psychiatry is ultimately the same thing.
No, that's
at
so
least
true.
in my mind.
Yeah, no,
So,
I never really kind of put that
I'm not going to
together,
get
but
into
you're right.
into the details because I have taken psychiatry classes and
Yeah.
I could get into some medical stuff. But
No, but yeah, tell me if this. I mean, I guess like thousands of years ago, they didn't have this concept of psychiatry, or maybe they did, but like at least with religion, there was a way to kind of understand the
right,
world,
it was meant to.
people,
It was meant
the
to.
evils that we do. It's
Everything from art to religion to music,
Yeah.
all that stuff back then was a way for you to discover what it means to be human.
Like, yeah.
Psychiatry does that on a singular level, although there are teachers and psychiatrists and practitioners who try to take that and make it a larger
Right.
scale. But that's what I mean. So I have no problem with it. I don't know about the drugs. I'm not a fan. I don't. The things they prescribe, or it works for some people, but a lot of it doesn't.
A lot of it
because it's
doesn't.
not treating the bigger problem.
Well, I
I mean-
heard something interesting
Yes,
from Kat that like all the drugs that we have is all tested for men, like all the drugs, and how like crazy it is that like because women's physiology is different no matter how much like people want to
it's
say men and
chemical
women are the
composition
same.
and stuff, yeah.
Chemical compositions are different. I mean, everybody's different.
Sure.
But when they do, a lot of drugs are for men, and so when they prescribe certain drugs to women, it's like
Yeah, it throws it off.
throws it off completely.
People don't understand alchemy, man.
Yeah. It's sad. Ooh, all right, here we go. What about the wild man? The wild man, the man that's inside. Yeah. What does that mean to you?
There's so many. Okay, I was trying to figure out what that meant. I guess that's a specific term. From
No,
somewhere.
actually, it can.
I don't know. To me,
What does that mean to you?
Well,
Doesn't have to mean anything to.
Well, I thought that might have been from a book or something. Like a Jack London, or who wrote Iron John?
Oh yeah, more something more.
Jack Moore. Okay. Or was it Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance? Or
Oh, that's a good title.
that's an actual book.
Yeah,
it's actually
no,
really
I like
good.
that. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
It's a
I'll
good
check
book.
that out.
Yeah, it's a good
I
book.
like that. Sounds like a
The
very
Wild
manly.
Man. I mean, we were talking about how everything is meant to bring some kind of a meaning into our lives as human beings, both as an individual and as a group or a collective. The Wild Man, that idea, other than as an abstract, has been very much lost.
Yeah.
Not just for men, but for women. The primal.
Yeah, that's
We
basically
have
that's
failed-
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
the primal.
all these conversations, all these things about the Me Too, the Times Up, how toxic masculinity,
Even the shooters, yeah.
and all this. All of these things are coming up because we have forgotten a fundamental truth that we are creatures. We are not separate from animals.
Yeah.
We are animals. And the more we try to ignore it, the more we try to say, "Oh well, no, we're evolved." I hate the word
Right.
evolution. By the way, not as a
As a scientific.
scientific term. I understand
Yeah,
it, and
right.
and of course it's a pattern of growth and change, and
Yeah.
that I understand. But no, the way people use it now in
Right.
social media,
We're evolved.
don't
evolved in
you
this.
want to evolve?
Yeah.
You know what evolution is?
Yeah.
It's a process of death,
Yeah.
struggle, adversity. It's painful. It's violent.
Yeah.
It's not, let's just evolve so we don't use this word anymore.
Right.
Doesn't mean anything.
I think they're thinking of.
it changes nothing
I
about
think
the fundamental
They're
truth.
thinking of like a Pokemon, the way Pokemon evolve
Right.
into like
because
bigger,
it's
better
sterile.
being. Yeah.
That's what this world is. These people are sterile. They have everything is bloodless. Their art is bloodless. Their
Yeah.
fucking cosplay, like the Mighty Mike V
Sad, yeah.
rightly pointed out.
Yeah.
It's bloodless. Everything is bloodless.
Yeah.
It has no struggle. There's no bag of shit. There's no pain.
Yeah.
That's why it's all vapid and meaningless. Doesn't matter how many positive messages you throw on there, it's still meaningless.
It's You know
and
that,
ties in.
It totally
ignores
ties in.
it ignores our primal sense.
kind of who we are.
It ignores what we are as creatures.
Yeah.
And you could say all you want about, my identity is this. There are things that don't change.
Yeah.
Yours is it shows differently in you. That's all.
Yeah.
From another person.
Change
It doesn't change anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you could put all this evolution bullshit on there. Doesn't mean anything.
Right.
So yes.
I'm gonna kind of leave the cards there. I kind of like we kind of like capped it all off with the wild man. It kind of I don't know. It kind of answered a lot of things. It all ties in from the beginning. So how about you play a song for us?
Okay, Mr.
Luis Calle.
All right. It's tuned and everything.
Yeah, and there's a tuner on the top too. But yeah, I tuned it yesterday though. But it should be. Yeah, I know. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, you know what? While you're doing that, I'll pull out. How about you pull out a random card?
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right, let's see. Let me borrow the pig since it's there. Los Angeles. This is all hack.
Los Angeles.
Fuck LA.
Yeah.
I've lived here most of my life.
Yeah.
I grew up here, but does that pick up?
Oh, that sounds good. Yo, I'm gonna move this. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Let's see. Close enough. Let's see. Los Angeles. I have a love-hate relationship with Los Angeles. I do not. I am not the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Let's see. What reminds me of LA? Wait, hold on.
What about a song about a lady from LA? I know your songs are.
A lot of them are.
I know your songs are about ladies. Some of them. So
A lot of
what
them.
about
Not all.
a lady from Los Angeles?
A
Or...
lady from Los Angeles. Let me see. There was one. Let's see. I have to remember it. It's been a long time. I wrote this one song about a friend who I wanted to be more than friends, and then it never quite worked out for various reasons. But we both knew there was something there. And then the moment I was with someone, that's when shouldn't we? But now I'm trying to remember how it went. Sorry, people. I just got to remember it. There we go. Okay. I think I can remember it. All right. Oddly enough, I didn't use her real name for the song. I did record it somewhere once. I should, but I don't know where it is. Let's see. Funny enough, this song is because I needed something for the phrasing. It's called Emily, actually. I just went with that name.
Yeah.
It's not anywhere near her name.
Yeah.
But so I went with Emily, but it's called Emily's Side. Emily sighed today. She grown tired of wasting away. All the cards and signs seem so strong. The path they chose turned out wrong. Smiling faces with shining eyes did nothing but reveal the lies. Emily sighed today. She'd grown tired of wasting away. When will you stop going now? Don't you want to shine once more? Open up to what you can become. Let me hear you sing like you did before. the second verse. Sorry. Sorry. I just realized I don't know the rest. I can't remember the rest. It was something about, let's see. What was the rest of the lyrics?
Make it up. Emily.
It was very specific. Because, you know how we've talked, going back to all this stuff, psychiatry and religions and observing people and everything. She was an Aphrodite type. People just fell in love with her, man. Everybody just fell in love with her. And I mean, she was very beautiful, but that's not why they fell in love with her. She had this she had this ethereal quality to her. She was a singer-songwriter, very talented.
A woman can be beautiful and very boring.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
There's a lot of them in Los Angeles.
So this one was what was it? How did it go? Something about, she lost herself in the sea foam swell. She came up off her shell and something like that. It was an Aphrodite.
Oh, very Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. Yeah. But I can't remember. Fuck, I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Well, play us. We got a little bit of time left to play us out.
Fuck. I wish I could. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta think of something. Well, since it's in this key. I'm in love with a girl. Finest girl in the world. I didn't know I could feel this way. Think about her all the time, always on my mind. I didn't know about love. All that a man should do is true. All that a man should do is true. I'm in love with a girl, finest girl in the world. I didn't know this could happen to me. There you
Cool. Very good,
Sorry, I
Luis
blanked.
Calle. Huh?
go. Sorry I blanked.
Oh, no worries. Oh, I got it.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that song in years, and I had to think of it. But yeah, it kind of came into mind for some reason, but I wish I'd remembered the rest.
One more card.
One more card.
Let's see.
Okay.
Sleep.
Sleep. I never do.
Yeah. All right. Well,
But,
we're gonna
but-
let everybody else sleep because that's
Right.
it.
And that's just about it.
10 years. We did it.
it. Well, shit.
No. Say the last words.
Okay, August 18th, we're playing
August 18th. Yeah.
with the Non-Blips, Sinful Nature, and A Bleeding Sky. And the other band I play in, well, one of the other bands is Psilocybin Pony,
Mhm.
which is Cars. And then
August
August
24th.
24th,
Yeah.
Saturday, August 24th at Nightingale Studios, Room B.
It's our
We are
10.
doing a special kind of show party thing.
Yeah.
We booked a room just for us and our friends.
Yes.
Anybody that wants to come out, we'll do set. We'll have some other people play, but we might even have like a little
Like
jam
an open jam.
because we have the room.
Nightingale
So,
Studios in Burbank.
Yes, 156 West Providencia Avenue in Burbank.
Yes.
Uh,
Text us for the address if you get lost.
right, or
call
look us up on the Instagram.
Yeah.
It's on there. Thanks to Blake, I found an app that lets us create flyers.
Yeah.
'Cause it's hard for me to do that. But dude, 10 years.
10
man.
years. We did it.
Thanks to everybody who's helped us,
Yeah.
and fuck everybody else, which is a lot more than have helped us. Of course, we got young Noel to be with us, and we're working on some stuff. It'll be great, and we're going to do a long speech for the show. It'll be like Bilbo's farewell speech. Nobody's gonna want to hear it, but then they'll be surprised. Right on, man.
10 years, we did it.
We did it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
I'm empty, I think.
Yeah, let's do it to the microphone.
There we go.
All right,
Cheers.
bye.
Bye.